For many centuries, humans believed that space was simple. Just a place that had no air. A long time ago, people thought that outer space was made out of something called ether, but that wasn't exactly scientific. But then, Albert Einstein came along, and he said that outer space is made out of two different parts working together, space and time. Together, space and time create the fabric of spacetime, also known as the fabric of reality. This fabric is the thing that is in control of everything, and using it, we can teleport or time travel. All of our planets float on this theoretical fabric. We know what gravity is. When something is big enough, it can attract things to it. That is why you stick to the side of the Earth, because its center is the thing pulling all of us in. But gravity also affects the fabric. Depending on the size and density of the object, this fabric dips underneath anything with gravity. Bigger and denser things have a deeper dip than smaller things. But everything has gravity, including you. But you are so small compared to planet Earth that your gravity doesn't affect anything. These dips are also what let things orbit. Our moon orbits Earth because it is stuck spiraling around in Earth's bigger dip. And the Earth is orbiting the sun because it is stuck in the sun's dip. Now, the way I'm drawing the fabric of space-time is not exactly accurate. You can't actually see this fabric, and you can't find it anywhere. But the problem is, it's impossible to draw the fabric of reality because humans literally do not have the organs to be able to see into this unknown area that is hidden in plain sight. But this fabric exists. How do we know? Einstein realized that if things with gravity bend this fabric, then light should be affected by this bend. He saw that around the sun. He saw that around the sun, you could see stars that should have been hidden behind the sun. How did that work? Because light traveling from those stars got caught in the sun's dip and bent towards Earth. So instead of those stars being blocked by the sun, space-time revealed them to us. Okay, so now let's stop talking about this fabric and let's start messing around with it a bit. How can we screw with this fabric to make it do freaky things? Ooh, I know. Remember when I said that things with gravity bend this fabric? Well, since this fabric is made out of space and time, why don't we see what we can do with that? We already saw an example of how gravity bends space when Einstein saw stars that were behind the sun. But now, let's bend time. But for this, we need to come to the most dangerous and evil thing in the entire universe: the black hole. This monster of an object in space has the most gravity anyone can ever imagine. If the sun bends the fabric like this, a black hole does it like this. So now, the effects of this distortion are plainly visible. Space is distorted around the black hole, and the part on the bottom that looks a bit detached is actually the backside of the black hole, distorted just enough for us to be able to see it from the front. But enough about space. Distorting time is a lot cooler. And black holes do plenty of that. From a distance, nothing on black holes seems different. But if you parked your ship close to the black hole and jumped in, something weird would happen. Time for you would slow down. As the cameras back at the ship watched you, the brave soul who jumped into the black hole, it would see that you start moving in slow motion. But you feel no difference. Instead, when you look back at your ship, it looks like it is aging at super speed. quickly being ripped apart as many years start passing for it, but not for you. This is called relativity because you look like you're moving in slow motion to the ship, but not to yourself. And the ship looks like it's moving in super speed to you, but not to the ship. As you get closer to the black hole, you slow down more and more to the ship, and the ship speeds up more and more for you. When you reach the surface of the black hole, weird things happen. To your ship, you stop moving, floating there, frozen, millimeters away from touching the black hole. But to you, as you look back, you see the entire universe age with super speed. Planets zoom by, stars get born and die. Billions of years pass in front of your eyes in a blink. Wow, that rhymed. But black holes have a lot of mystery behind them. The closest black hole to Earth is nicknamed QV-TEL, which is short for QV telescopy. This black hole is only 1,000 light years away from us and is the only black hole that someone could see without a telescope. But it is also really hard to find a black hole. We might not even know about one that might be nearby. Why? Because black holes bend light so hard that they become invisible. The only way we can detect one is by measuring the radiation coming off of it. But black holes also have a lot of powers that come with them. Sadly, since black holes are so far away, we can't really gain access to all the powers they possess. But there might be hope. A few decades ago, a scientist proposed the concept of a spaceship called a warp drive. This warp drive can enable humans to travel faster than light without breaking any of the laws of physics. Really a revolution. The way the spaceship achieves this is by using strong gravitational generators and using that to bend space-time around it. It will form something that looks like a wave. The ship will then use this wave to essentially surf outer space and zoom way faster than the speed of light. Miguel Alcubierre, the person who wrote the book about this concept, said that instead of moving yourself through space, this machine could let space move through you. Using this method, we could get close to any black hole and use its powers for the things humans need. But we will have to be very careful. Black holes are extremely dangerous. They can warp time. They can kill you with their heat, and they can suck you in. So when we eventually travel to a black hole, the thing that can solve many problems here on Earth, we will have to be extremely careful. Because one wrong move, and the black hole can suck you in. But inside, if you don't die, you will gain access to. This has been Event Horizon, Season 1, Episode 9, Breaking Our Fourth Wall. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing for more episodes with easy answers for hard questions. And remember, no question is too stupid to be asked.